The Senate has suspended Senator Ningi over his remarks about the 2024 budget. However, the upper legislative chamber was thrown into chaos, exposing cans of worms as the Senate confronted Ningi and his accessory, Senator Suleiman Kawu.
Good day, viewers. Welcome to Alfred Africa Updates. We are here again.
Senator Abdul Ningi's interview with BBC Hausa Service had sparked all the controversy after it accused the Senate and by extension the National Assembly of approving a 25 trillion naira budget while the federal government was implementing another budget valued at 28.7 trillion naira. Senate on Tuesday officially confronted Ningi over his claims as amplified by another Senator Suleiman Kawu. The move created a chain of reactions, exposing oozing cans of worms Senate would have better kept secret. Senator Adiola Olamileko from Ogun West, who supervised the budget as chairman of Senate Appropriations Committee, brought up the matter before the Senate on the grounds that his privilege has been badly bruised by the action of Senator Ningi, calling on the Senate to wield the big stick on him.
As chairman chairing the Senate Committee on Appropriation, who actively participated in the preparation of this document, and for what have transpired within the last 3 days, my privilege has been breached.
Senator Joel Thomas Onawoko from Delta State supported the motion to confront Senator Ningi, and he found guilty. He should be punished for painting the Senate in bad light.
The statement by distinguished Senator Ningi Abdul, PDP Bauchi Central, the chairman of the Northern Senators Forum, in some sections of the media, that the 2024 budget was padded to the tune of 3 trillion and that the executive was implementing a different budget from what was passed by the National Assembly is not only very presumptuous, it is scandalous and an attempt to incite the public against the National Assembly and the federal government.
Senate then dissolved into a committee of the whole. Armed with the transcribed English version of Ningi's interview, Olamileko went to work to dismantle Ningi's claim, explaining that the 3 trillion naira he alluded to were actually statutory budgets of agencies on first-line charge, the details of which are not usually captured in the national budget documents.
Agencies such as 1, the judiciary. The judiciary budget details is not contained in this document. 2, the National Assembly. The National Assembly budget details is not contained in this document. And it's no new thing. I have here a copy of the last 3 budget that was passed, 2021, 2022, 2023. All the details of these agencies I've mentioned are not contained in this document.
Ningi came prepared with heaps of documents. He hopes to prove his point, but he had no answers to Olamilekon's revelations. He also did not deny making reference to 2 separate budgets, one with 25 trillion naira and another with 28.7 trillion naira, when confronted by the president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio. Instead, Ningi veered into the innermost secrets of the Senate, exposing dirtiest leanings and throwing even more allegations, especially about disparity in constituency allowances of senators.
We discovered some senatorial districts in this particular document. Some senatorial districts have up to 120 billion, and my senatorial district has just 2 billion.
Senator Jaribe Agam Jaribe's follow-up statement that some senators received as much as 500 million naira for constituency projects added fuel to the burning flames in the Senate.
If we want to go into those issues, all of us are culpable. Some senators here, so-called senior senators, got 500 million each. I am a ranking senator, I didn't get. Did I go to the press? I didn't get. Most of you got. And yes, if we want to go into those issues, excuse me, if we want to go into those issues, yes. So I think that Senator Ningi.
From that moment on, Total commotion, absolute confusion reigned in the Senate, forcing the Senate President Akpabio on his feet in a frantic attempt to call the senators to order. The dust finally settled, and Jaribe clarified on the issue he had earlier raised.
I was drawing from the statement Abdul Ningi made to me. He came to me to say there were discrepancies in the budget, and I said, let's go and see the Senate President. We went together. The Senate President told him to bring details, and that was the last I heard of it. But he told me that as a senior senator, he got extra 500 million in the budget. And I'm saying that he's not supposed to be the one to come here to speak the way he is speaking or go to the press.
Senate subsequently returned to the motion against Ningi and Senator Kawu, who had become an accessory in the matter for helping to spread Ningi's false allegation about the budget on the WhatsApp platform of Northern Senators Forum. At this point, it had become clear that Senator Ningi was fast sinking and needed to be saved. Frantic efforts by Senator Ali Ndume to find Ningi a soft landing failed, with Senator Opeyemi Bamidele describing Ningi and Kawu's actions as civilian coup against Akpabio and calling on the Senate to sanction both men.
What my big brother, distinguished Senator Abdul Ningi, who I respect so well, planned to do or set out to do was tantamount to a civilian coup, which has failed. And in doing this, he wanted to use the platform of Northern Senators Forum.
But it was Senator Jimoh Ibrahim that pulled the trigger when he asked the Senate to slam Ningi with 12-month suspension and caution Kawu.
Suspend his entitlement and privileges as senator of the 10th Assembly or 10th Senate and make him stay away from the National Assembly during the period of suspension.
The prayer to suspend Ningi was eventually relaxed 3 months, with the possibility of being waived if he tenders an unreserved written apology to the Senate.
The Senate hereby places distinguished Senator Abdul Ningi on suspension in respect of his vituperations, falsehood, and unverified report in the BBC interview, including other media houses.
Ningi's suspension takes immediate effect, and there was a sergeant at arms standing by to enforce his exit from the chamber and out of the National Assembly complex.
Why Senator Ningi has resigned as the chairman of the Northern Senators Forum. Ningi tendered his resignation in a letter addressed to the Secretary of the Caucus of Northern Senators moments after he was suspended for 3 months over his comments about the 2024 appropriation budget.